All right, when you're asked to graph a hyperbola centered at the origin, and you can tell that it's centered at the origin because, well, first of all, you know it's a hyperbola. This equation right here is a hyperbola because it has an x squared and a y squared, and one of these is negative. So it's a hyperbola. And I can tell that it's going to be centered at the origin because I don't have an x or a y term. Okay? I have the x squared, the y squared, but no x or y term. So I know it's going to be centered at the origin. So I want to put it in one of these forms right here. And this is just this standard form, but simplified. So you can see if you put 0, 0 into the standard form equation, it would simplify to this. Okay, so now just remember, if the y squared is first, I always think of, okay, it's wrapping around the y-axis, so it's going up and down. So the parabola is going in the y direction. And if the x squared is the positive part, it's first, then it's wrapping around in the x-axis. So it's going left and right. Okay, so we need to put our equation in one of these forms. And so I can see the y squared is going to be positive, is the positive part, so I'm going to put that first. I'm also going to move that minus 16 over to the other side by adding a positive 16 to both sides. And then we want to get rid of that, well, we want that 16 to be a 1. So we can do that by dividing the right side by 16, which means we have to do the same thing to the left side of the equation to keep it equal. So I'm going to go ahead and distribute that 16 to both of these terms over here. And then you're going to simplify. So you can see here that you're going to just keep this part y squared over 16. And then minus, and then I can simplify, these are both divisible by 4, so it's going to give me x squared over 4 equals 1. Okay, so now I've got my equation in the form. This form, I can see it's going to be this y squared graph. It's opening up, so I know my center is at 0, 0. And my a value is under my y squared this time, and the square root of 16 is 4, so a is 4. And if b squared is 4, then the square root of 4 is 2, so b is 2. Okay, so now I'm just going to go over to ALEKS and plot this in so I can graph this hyperbola. So I'm going to go ahead and click on my hyperbola link. I'm going to place this dot at 0, 0. That's where my center is going to be. And then I'm going to do my vertex. Now remember, it's not opening up right or left, it's going up and down. So I need to place that point first, and that's your a value, and that is going up 4. I plot that point. Now I need to determine the shape here a little bit. So that's where this other value comes in. The b value is 2. So I'm going to go out 2 units from the center, place a point, and now I've got my hyperbola centered at the origin. So here's this equation. This is the graph of that equation. Okay.